Good morning, Pulaski High School. I'm Hunter Grisman.
And I'm Sienna Potts. Thanks for joining us for today's Writer Report.
Starting today's broadcast off with a person who you all know as part of our RSN broadcast from time to time, Jessica Goska. She recently won the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. RSN reporter Noah Hauk sat down with Jessica this week so we could learn a little more about this PHS senior.
I was called down to the office with a few other people that were candidates for the award, and then we had the choice to apply for the award and kind of compete, I guess. And so we wrote a couple essays about who we are and how we demonstrate qualities of a good citizen. So that'd be stuff like dependability and leadership, responsibility, honesty, that kind of stuff. And the teachers here at PHS selected a winner, and that was me. I don't know, I'm involved in a lot of clubs and activities. Currently I'm in the musical as well as bands. I have a leadership role in Leo Club, Spanish Club, do a lot of acting. I don't know, I think I'm like a helpful person in school and I try to be positive most of the time. The thing I wrote about in my essay particularly was my volunteer work with a community in Green Bay. There's a class that helps out Spanish speakers and they're becoming citizens, so I help them with English as well as like U.S. history, and I talked about my experiences with that class and the people I've met and how that's kind of changed my perspective. I have 2 planners. I use my iPad reminders. I email myself. Like, it's a lot of just writing things down and knowing I'm going to forget things. So I have to write down after every class, I have to write down what I have to do. And then I have a separate planner that I take everything. At the end of the day, I take all of my homework and then I organize like my schedule of when I'm going to do each thing. So it's a lot of just knowing when to do things and being disciplined. I don't think I'm going to end up doing one thing for my whole life. I think I'm going to have to change careers quite a bit. And so I'm currently looking to go either into journalism or I'm applying to some film schools as well. And then I'm looking to maybe make like documentaries and go like in foreign countries and make movies with my Spanish knowledge and maybe pick up another language, that kind of thing. So either journalism or maybe like film and television if it works out. The 2 schools I really want to get into, and they have like the lowest acceptance rates, are UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, and University of Southern California. We'll see, I don't know, but that would be the dream.
Thanks, Noah, and congrats to Jessica for winning the DAR award.
Speaking of awards, the PHS one-act troupe brought home a ton of hardware from their recent trip to state. The cast and crew of The Odyssey received 5 awards, including Critics' Choice, Ensemble, Stage Crew, and an Outstanding Director's Award for Miss Tubbs. Senior Marcus Moss received an Outstanding Actor Award, but the accomplishment he is most proud of is the Critics' Choice Award.
We usually don't get Critics' Choice. Critics' Choice is actually very hard to get because the judges are at their most critical point during state, so it was kind of really surprising to get Critics' Choice. It was very good. I can say that this was my best state experience yet.
Congratulations to all who were in the one-act play this year.
Another opportunity to display your public speaking and acting skills is right around the corner. Students interested in forensics should come to the informational meeting on Wednesday, December 11th during CPC homeroom. The meeting will be held in Mr. Manning's media room, which is room 1316 in the English wing. Please see Mr. Krause or Mr. Manning in the English department if you have any questions or you want to take part in forensics but can't make Wednesday's meeting.
Turning from events inside the school to something noteworthy right outside of our school, a GoFundMe page has been set up to raise money for new and improved stop signs at school crossing areas in Pulaski. According to the GoFundMe page organizer, Eric Shabilsky, there have been quite a few times when our crossing guards and students have almost been hit by cars that didn't stop. Apparently, there have been many situations in which drivers simply did not see people crossing the street.
$430 have been raised so far, and they're hoping to reach the $2,500 mark. We would like you to please keep in mind that just because a crossing guard is not standing in the middle of the street as you approach the school crossing, that doesn't mean you can blow through the crosswalk. Let's all slow down, keep our eyes open, and be aware of students and other pedestrians. Remember, safety knows no season.
Deer season has come up and gone. According to preliminary numbers compiled by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources this year, deer harvest has gone down nearly 25% compared to last year.
Despite the lean harvest, some Pulaski students were able to successfully bag a buck. Let's take a look at some of the trophies taken last week.
Getting to be that time of year, eh? I'm a deer hunter, how do you do? I got this deer hunting rapping tale for you. I'm so excited, it's my favorite time of year. I love to feast my buns, chasing trophy deer. But don't clap your hands to the stomping of the feet, cause yeah, he's like me, he can't keep a steady beat, no.
Come on, now, you get with the beat. Hey. You can do it.
I got this great big knife.
Congratulations to all of you who bagged a buck this year, and for those who didn't, there's always next year.
Now turning into sports, Jack Hayward is here to give you the weekly sports update.
Hi, I'm Jack from Jack of All Sports, and this is my first winter season episode. Girls hockey is 2-1 and missing and their next game is tomorrow at Cornerstone against Eau Claire. Boys hockey is 1-3. They picked up their first win against DC Everest on Tuesday and will play Rhinelander tomorrow at the Cornerstone. Boys swimming is 0-2 recently. They fell to Bayport. Highlights include Sam Van Donsel winning the diving event and Lucas Juronic adding 2 second-place finishes. Their next meet is tomorrow at Oshkosh West. Girls basketball is 2-1 and they are coming off an overtime victory against Anago, and we're getting ready to take on Manitowoc tonight at home. Boys basketball is 1-1 after taking a tough road loss to New London. They will take on Shawano at Shawano tonight. Turning to wrestling, the Red Raiders took on Seymour last night in their first meet of the season. The Red Raiders won 57-19. Picking up falls for the Raiders were Ashton Kapla, Ryan Freeward, Mitchell Kitzman, and Jaden Lemke. RSN reporter Avery Vandervest has more on the Raider season in this wrestling preview.
The Pulaski High School wrestling team has been back on the mats for 3 weeks now, and this year's team has an interesting mix of youth and experience. 17 members of the team are freshmen and sophomores, which might seem like a disadvantage, but that's not the way Coach Depre sees it.
It's a strength for us in that there's a lot of growth potential there. Our freshman class is very strong, our sophomore class is very strong, our juniors and seniors sprinkle in a good amount of experience for those younger guys.
The senior leaders are looking forward to that opportunity to guide the younger set of wrestlers.
I'm looking forward to the younger kids. We have a big group this year, so I'm looking forward to them succeeding a lot and working hard. It adds a little more responsibility to me, I believe, because the younger people look up to what we're doing as seniors. They look up to us, and I think that if we do the right thing, that they're going to follow in our footsteps.
Despite the large amount of wrestlers on the team, Coach Depre expects everyone to show leadership roles within the team.
Everybody's expected to do things the right way all the time, every time. So whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, you're expected to do the right thing every time.
The team will be competing in a number of duels this season. Coach Depre has some details on the events, and you can find all of the dates and locations on the PHS website athletic schedule or Wrestling Booster website.
This year our schedule includes probably the marquee regular season event for the state of Wisconsin, the Pulaski Invite, which is the first Saturday in February. It attracts nationally ranked teams every year, and you'll have multiple kids who win individual state titles. It really is a showcase of the best wrestling in northeastern Wisconsin.
With all of the countless hours put into bettering his team, Coach Depre feels that being the head coach is very rewarding.
I think the most rewarding part of coaching in general is helping people reach their goals. Seeing their growth from freshman year all the way through senior year, seeing them get better every day, grow, and get their hand raised in that match they wanted more than anything.
Reporting for the Raider Strong Network, I'm Avery Vandervest.
You can catch the Raider wrestling team in action tomorrow right here in the Fred Kesley Fieldhouse as they host the annual Red Raider Duels. Wrestling begins at 9:30 a.m. Pulaski will have 3 dual meets throughout the day, so come out and support the Raiders. Finally, please wish the Pulaski dance team good luck as they head into their first competition of the season this weekend at Ashwaubenon High School. That's Jack of All Sports. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Jack, for the sports updates, and thanks, Avery, for the wrestling updates.
It is time now for your question of the week. Connor was curious about what kind of dares you've taken on in your lives. Here's Connor in the Commons.
Hi, I'm Connor Heason, and welcome to Connor in the Commons. Now, People oftentimes do stupid things for dares. So, I'm kind of interested in that. So I think I'm going to go around the Commons and ask, what's the stupidest thing you've done for a dare? Let's go. What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
This.
What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
I once dared someone to put ice down their shirt.
I put ice down my shirt.
What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
I ate a worm for $3.
Ooh. What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
I took a swig of gasoline.
Pierced my ear during gym class.
Thing you did for a dare?
Bro, I ate a minnow at my friend's house.
Alrighty. What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
One time my brother dared me to stick corn up my nose, so I did it, and it wasn't so good.
What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
I was in Key West, and my buddy dared me to eat Oreos that we found in an alleyway for $1, and I did it.
Stupidest thing you did for a dare?
So I was hanging out with my friends, and they dared me to go home.
What's the stupidest thing you did for a dare?
Olivia one time told me that if I licked her big toe, she'd give me a free bubbler, but I would never do that.
All right.
Hey Hunter, do you think if we dared Connor to eat a worm for $1, he would do it?
Sienna, I think he would do it without being dared or paid.
You're right. Just kidding, Connor.
And that's all we have for you today.
We hope you have a Raider Day and an awesome weekend.